And as we truly do land into the last practice of the nurture series, I called this one Rest and Strength, and it's was related to the tarot card of the Page of Cups, which basically means we've got to find conviction in our own strength. And in our own strength, we realize always, forever, we're always the student. We always have more to learn, more to open up to. And so I paired that with the Shiva Sutra 1.22 and the really esoteric definition of Shiva Sutra 22, first chapter, is by the attentive continuity of meditation on the great ocean of consciousness, the power of the supreme I is attained. And I will translate that to turn your attention inwards and it becomes your greatest source of strength. And if this whole nurture series was based on aligning with what happiness is, or joy, or contentment, it is your true nature. It is the I-ness of you. That's the tantric teaching. We can't, to know ourselves is to really drop into that space where happiness or joy exists, and it doesn't look like the Pollyanna kind of happy. It's a deep-seated strength, peaceful happiness. And I think we're looking for that happiness in everywhere out there. And it's really the place that is most difficult to turn to is to that inner resource, especially in times when we're seeking happiness, because the times when you're happy, like it's just right there. You're swimming in it. So tonight's practice will be more slow, more rejuvenative, give you some time to really drop into that inner resource. And it'll be a practice that I have been doing now solidly twice a day for a week to bring down my blood pressure. So I hope you enjoy it. Encourage you to take a blanket, sit upon it. Now, with sitting on a blanket for Janu Sirsasana, it's actually a totally different experience if you put a block just behind the upper side of the back of the knee. So not the calf, but above the knee. And then you can fold the other leg in, and depending on your knee, if you need to keep the ankle flexed and the foot further out because your knee's mad, then you do that. If you can fold it in, great. And you may also want some support. So now we'll just pause, because the upright seated position has now revealed something new. And we're far more quiet than we were at the beginning. And we'll just take a gentle bow forward until you get your hamstring stretch and fingertips to the mat. Press the extended leg, your heel down on the floor. Spread your toes. And we're going to gently retract the energy from your straight leg foot up into your hip, an inch or so. So just pull that leg up and then place the opposite hand to the shin or your ankle or your baby toe. Try to widen your elbows in opposite direction and allow your neck to come in alignment with the rest of your spine. So you don't want your chin too far down or too far up. So we've got to use the core strength, and the block below your upper knee. Push your femur into that block if you can. And that's going to help ignite some core strength. So you're holding yourself from the inside. And your happiness, your joy is not in the deepest pose. I promise. It's in the pose where you can truly repose within the pose. And then the body slowly opens. So you'll follow your breath into the opening. And it's a pulsation of inhale and exhale. Now, like we did when we were pushing one knee into our hand, we'll use the inhalation to press the crown forward and to lift the body up. And the exhale to settle and come into a closed-eyes posture where we're going to take a 3-breath meditation. Just 3 breaths of you learning how to just pull your awareness inward. It's called pratyahara. You pull the eyesight inward by closing the eyes. But even then, you've got to soften the eyes. The eyes are bouncing all over the place, so is your energy body. So try to focus the eyes towards the bridge of your nose. And then keep the eyes really soft and quiet as the eyelids open. And we'll take Janu Sirsasana side 2. So we'll take block above the knee joint. Find your fold, your leg. You can point the bent leg. You can point the shoelace side down, or you can flex the ankle. Flexing the ankle's usually better for unhappy knees. So now we'll start more upright and just feel your shape. Find your core strength. So go back into the first exercise where you move awareness from eye to throat to the back of the neck and see if you can drip your awareness all the way down. All the way down to your tailbone. That might take the whole pose, the whole time we're here. And if you slowly retract the straight leg from foot to hip and bow in and hold shin, ankle, or baby toe, honoring that one hamstring, this one for me is tighter. So I have to start further out of the pose. Otherwise, the stretch sensation will pull your awareness out of the strength inside and into sort of a panic state where you're managing the stretch. And it's not super peaceful. So find that fine line where you're empowered center, expanding from the inside out. And then breath by breath, the body will open. Pushing through the heel, your fingertips, even your outer hips. That will help you with core strength. And then the femur bone rooting into that block is deeply calming to the nervous system. Monitoring and just scanning for tension in your neck and your shoulders, and let it go. And then that inhalation that's going to extend through the crown, from the tail to the crown. And this is a cool Kundalini moment where the tailbone roots down, but the breath lifts us up and we pull the energy from the hips back up into the third eye if possible. And we'll take that 3-breath meditation here. So where the easier place for you to focus was on the breath through the nose to the nostril, where you feel it's cool air, or maybe behind your eyes, gaze to the nose, working on really just softening the inner gaze, relaxing your outer body into the strength of who you are on the inside, your joyful self holding you always. Soft gaze slowly opens the eyes. I hope you have a strap handy. So we'll take the same leg you were just on, and I'm going to open it out so that now I have a more open stance. And one block will go to the inner knee, probably on medium. Could be on low if you're super flexible. We'll take your strap and place it around the ball of your foot. Hold it with the palm up. So go in and find that staff. Our series for next round is based off the sages Vashista and Vishvamitra. And there's a cool story of Vashista and how he uses his staff. So go into your staff of life, your spine, and we'll keep an alignment with that. So we're going to tip it sideways, which means you've got to lengthen the ribs on the bottom. And I'm actually going to go one level higher for me tonight. And we'll take the other arm out and to the crown of your head. And just give yourself a little pat. And pat in Sanskrit means descent. So use your palm to gently create a descending energy from the crown to right behind your eyes, to the base of your skull, to the base of your neck, to the base of your heart, to the base of the ribs, the base of the spine where it meets your hips. Now all the way to your tailbone, and give the tailbone a little squeeze, and then gently push the tailbone down and encourage the energy to lengthen back up from tailbone to low back to base of ribs to the base of heart. Releasing tension in your shoulders, pull the shoulder blades down even as you expand up through the collarbone to the neck to the base of the skull, the back of the eyes, and right up to where your hand presses. Now slowly bring that back down and use the tailbone to lift you up. And we're going to take all that because that was bigger than you think. So when you sit upright, you're going to get this like a flush of Shakti. I hope you did. And just breathe into that. If you did not, trust that good things happen. Joy in me bows to the delightful being in you. Namaste.